what y'all wait, hold on. What y'all think of this one? Starts off with two dope boys in a Cadillac.
I mean, I don't have nothing but positive stuff to say about this album.
Okay, so is this your favorite Outkast album?
I don't know because I couldn't pick between ATLiens and Equipment I if I had to.
Okay. All right. This is I what's interesting about this album to me is that it's like the shortest. It's like the straight up boom bap album.
Yeah.
It's not as like that. The other one, all produced by Organized Noise, was way more funky, right? And this one is like just way more standard hip.
Man, it's super funky to me.
I mean, it's a lot more boom bap than the other one,
Man.
at least.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's this one because this is the one when I found out about Outkast, basically. So like this is when I first started listening to them as a kid. So I just got too much love for this album to be unbiased, I guess. But I do have a couple on that I skipped, so we can talk about those when we get to them.
All right. So then,
but Two Dope Boys in the Cadillac, perfection, no problem with that one. Yeah.
Okay. Now, my favorite song is the title track after that, and I definitely Big Boy is my favorite verse on this song. The first verse.
Yeah.
I love this first verse. The whole thing. I mean, yeah, cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Like I love that. I love this whole verse. It's the M.I. cricket letter. Ain't no one better when I'm on the microphone. You better wear your sweater because I'm cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Oh, yeah, I love this song. I think this is my favorite verse on the whole album. Honestly, I know people are going to talk about Andres, elevators, and all that stuff, but I love this one.
Yeah, he was super in the pocket on this song. Like it seemed like he made this this beat was made for him. But yeah, he killed this one for sure.
Because Andre gets on it, and I feel like he is all like a little off beat. Like my oral illustration. It's like I just a little awkward to me. His flow, if that makes sense. Not to say it's bad, but
no, his verse is phenomenal on it. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if I can pick a favorite on this song, man.
Nah, I see what you're saying because Andre definitely kind of is the Big Boy. Seems like he's rolling with the beat. Like I'm rolling with the punches. I'm going. And Andre kind of switches it to like his own. He slows down on it a little bit. So I definitely like Big Boy.
It's just different. It's just different. I mean, some people might like it better, but I like when the rap is just like in the pocket on the beat, like it just that's just me personally. But not to say that Andre's verse is bad or by any means. And I love this song. Like I said, this is one of my favorite songs on the album, and it's definitely Big Boy is my favorite verse, just personally.
Yeah.
So what about after that? We get to
Wheels of Steel, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like their only song that they go like back and forth. Right? Do they have another song where they do that back and forth?
Oh, I don't. Now that you say that, man, I don't really know. I don't think so. But I love this song. I love this song. I love this smooth beat. I love this. I love the verses. I love what they're saying. You're right. Their back and forth is great. So I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it's just interesting to me that as a group, they don't have a ton of that.
Yeah, because that's all like you get a ton of that on certain other people's albums.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts on that one before we move on? Okay, then Jazzy Bell. It's another great one.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Never been my favorite.
You do not like the story tracks as much, or
I don't like this one. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I don't love the song. I don't think it's a bad song. I like the song. I just don't love the song.
Yeah. All right. I hear that.
I mean, on an album like this, where I love every song, the ones I don't love are kind of stand out.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I can see why you if you don't like songs like that, I can see why you think like J. Cole is Born or something like that. I mean, that's just to tell a story.
Please don't compare Outkast to J. Cole.
Just tell a story about just relatable stuff. I don't know.
No, I like the, but again, I mean, I don't think that's the issue. I just don't love this particular beat. I don't never
Yeah.
love this particular song to the level of everything around it, basically. So again, it's those type of things stand out on albums too, because put this on somebody else's album, it might be their best song. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, that's true. And then of course we get to Elevators, which is, one of their biggest songs. The song, that people talk about for Andre when they talk about, him being the greatest or one of the greatest of all time. They definitely talk about that second verse, that last verse.
Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all think about this? Then I mean, or first before we get to that last verse, what do y'all think about the rest of it?
I mean, this is one of the best songs ever to me.
Okay, so then I just wanted to talk. Well, what do y'all think about this last Andre verse that makes, because people say this is one of the or this a lot of times this is their go-to verse. Say Andre's the greatest. Listen to this verse. What about this verse stands out? Makes it worthy of being
great. This verse is why. I mean, I love this verse, but I don't know if is it way better than the Big Boy verse on it? I mean, I love all the verses on this song.
Yeah.
But I do like the way he does the conversation to this guy or whatever that talks to him randomly. He does it in the verse kind of really so flawless, and the flow on it is so great. And he's like, I live by the beat like you, and then he goes to that, and then he changes, so it's fantastic. But I don't. I mean, I love every verse on the song. It's hard for me to sit up there and say that that's so much better than, just like the stuff that Big Boy be saying. I don't know, man. I don't know.
So, well, that's what I'm saying. Is because it's like he tells a story. I think Andre is definitely better at storytelling than Big Boy. That's one thing I would say is I feel like clear from listening through all the albums. Andre tells his story, and it is like you can you can just envision it, and it seems clear, and then he does it like you said effortlessly. It doesn't. It feels like he changes his flows, especially it all feels effortless. He never feels like he's offbeat. And then the flows themselves are all so interesting, like that's it, And then at the same time, he's like dropping, knowledge on you as well. So I think all those things are, it's just special when you do it all together, I guess.
That's my personal favorite type of rapping. Actually, is people could talk over the beat, kind of, but it still sounds great. So I love when Andre does that.
Yeah, everybody can't do it.
No,
not at all.
So my thing is just that it's interesting because that's not like, it's interesting because people would say, I mean, it's not what that is. That doesn't seem like lyricism to me, if that makes sense. Like doesn't seem like that verse is lyrical, if if I would say that word, but this is
oh yeah, there's a lot of technical things going on with it.
Yeah, being able to stay in the pocket and make it so clear to me is an art in and of itself. So
yeah,
and that's one of the things that both of them do very well is the flow wise. They're always very clear.
Yeah,
you hear everything that they say completely out, basically all the time. So it's like, it always stands out on the record. It always mixed right too.
For sure. All right, and then they produce this. It's one of the biggest hits. They produce it. That's super dope. I mean, that's another thing I feel like that makes them stand apart. Where as many of the other, like many other, when you talk about other greatest rappers, if you talk about, Jay-Z or somebody like that, he's not producing his hits. You can't say that about most other greatest rappers. But with Outkast, they can say that about several of their biggest hits. They produce them, and so I think that's another thing that makes them special.
I would like to know what technical proficiency they had actually producing their own music, like how it was done. I don't know if there's. I mean, I know there's probably not an Outkast doc, but like, is there video clips? Like, how do they actually make the beat from scratch, or how's it go?
I mean, this beat is not the Elevators beat is not like
no, it's not nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean, this isn't the only song they produce either.
No,
They produce, so that's why I would like to know. But
I mean, yeah, I don't know. They don't have that.
it has their name, but like, is Big Boy really the one producing all of it, or and Andre just like gives them some tips, or other way around, or do they switch roles sometimes? Like one of them does more than the other sometimes, or what? But
yeah, that's interesting because in their later albums, it has separated, and it'll say Andre produced this or it'll say Big Boy produced this, but for their first 4 at least, it just says it just says them as a group. So
yeah, that's something I would like to know.
But all right, then let's move on. Elevator Over the Woods. What y'all think of this one?
Love this song.
Good song to me.
Yeah. Good song.
Not skipping.
All right. Okay, so then let's move right on then. Babylon. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites, and I think obviously Andre is the star of this one. I mean, in my opinion.
Yep. I agree with that. What about Waylon?
I love Waylon too. I love Waylon.
Yep. This is nothing but love, man. Nothing but love on this album, man.
Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about Waylon.
I got nothing bad to say about no other song on it.
Oh, so it's just Jazzy Bell's the worst song for you?
Yeah.
Mainstream, I think is just all right to me.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, yeah. Mainstream is just okay. It's very mid to me. What about you, Russell? You got any skips to you?
No, no, I don't have skips for Outkast. They're the way that y'all try to make me listen to Run DMC, and I don't really have a respect for them is the way I give the respect to Outkast now. I don't want to hear none of that 80s stuff, but I'll listen to Outkast and them all day respectfully.
No,
I don't understand the difference in respect level.
I don't either, man. I just ageist, dog. I just,
Okay.
That's what I'm talking
about. That 10-year difference is big time.
Exactly, the big difference.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
I respect all artists. If their music is good.
All right. So y'all like Decatur Poems?
Yeah.
Y'all like our songs, I'm sorry.
Millennium. Yep.
Y'all like Millennium, I love. And again, that's another one that I feel like Andre is a star on. But honestly, other than Elevators, Babylon and Millennium, I feel like Big Boy is the better rapper on this album. To me, that's one of the things that was surprising to me when I listened to it.
Growing Old also?
On what? What did you say?
Because I gave him that one.
I can't remember. I can't even remember.
On 13th Floor?
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't really pick between the two. I can't think of.
Okay.
I can't think of like something on Andre's wrist that was like.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. 13th Floor is honestly one of my favorite songs too. On that one. This is just kind of mid to me.
And then I see this. There ain't nothing else on there, right? Because I know they got different versions of this album, and they be having different stuff on the back.
No, from what I
Elevators remix, right?
Yeah, but
how about the remix? I don't like the remix as much anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I honestly like this one less than Southern Playlistic. I didn't think I was gonna say that going
I
into
do
it,
too. It's
but
my
I
third
like this
favorite.
less than Southern Playlistic.
Me too.
100%.
Me too.
Okay.
There's songs that, like I was saying, are mid to me, like Mainstream or Growing Old. I don't have that for Southern Playlists. To me, the whole thing is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and so I would honestly rank this, as their at least their third best album. So
Come on, I say this number 3 for me.
yeah.
Third best when you don't miss is pretty great.
No, yeah, of course,
So,
Yeah, no, for sure. It's not a bad album at all.
I'd
I
give it a
would rank
9
this
if I had to
above
rank it.
Southern Playlistic to me.
You
But
have it above, you said?
yeah, I mean, we're talking about like, I don't know. I think this is like a 10 to me. 9.8, 9.7. So what I said, Southern Players will be at 9, 9.2, something like that.
Yeah.
It's not like, I mean, we like really splitting hairs on
Yeah.
these type of albums. It's hard for me too. So especially when we listen to a bunch of them in a row, it's like I'll listen to one for a couple of days maybe and try to listen to the next one. And I
But
just
that's
feel
what I'm
like,
saying. To me, it's not splitting hairs because like I said, the Southern Playlist, as many times I listen to it, I still love Who and all those. So,
but I
I
like
didn't.
these I like them all in different places, different ways, different times. This album is got more is different. Is an older person's album than Southern Playalistic. So yes, I mean you're right. They're different.
To me,
I don't.
it's also to me the least innovative album. Like it's the least different sounding album. Like I feel like with some of these beats or some of this production and stuff like that, I could find other production like that somewhere else. Whereas their other albums, it's like only find this on Outkast. Like you only find
But I
this
think the highs
from
on
Outkast.
there are as high as they ever get.
Oh, so you think like Elevators is like their best song?
I think it's up there with their best songs. I mean, it's super hard to me to be like, okay,
Right, yeah,
this song's up there at the best. But if I had to rank them, Elevators would be in the top tier or whatever that I made for them.
Yeah, it's definitely top tier.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think ATLiens is, like I said, my favorite song on there. But and Elevators
That's what I'm
is
saying.
next to it, and then Babylon and Millennium are right after that. But I think there are definitely songs on
Different
Equipment
tiers,
Eye that
though.
I like more 100%.
Mhm.
So let's